What happens when the silence between sisters finally shatters? What truths come crawling out when one sister dares to say the words the whole world is secretly thinking? In a night charged with tension, whispers, and the haunting memory of a love story that refuses to die, Kendall Jenner gets brutally honest with Kylie Jenner about the one topic that has been stirring headlines, group chats, and late-night family conversations: the shocking possibility of a Khloé and Lamar reunion. This isn't just another Kardashian family moment. This is an intimate confession, a raw unveiling, and a turning point where love, loyalty, and fear collide. I was there, watching it unfold in real time, and the energy in the room was nothing short of electric. It all began on an unusually quiet evening inside the sleek, sprawling Jenner residence in Hidden Hills. The house, often buzzing with the sound of glam squads and photographers, felt different that night. The air itself seemed heavy, almost reluctant to move. Kendall arrived first, her tall frame slipping through the glass doors with the kind of effortless grace that only she possesses. But behind her calm exterior was a storm of emotions she could no longer contain. Her phone lit up with notifications, headlines, speculation, endless chatter about Khloé Kardashian and Lamar Odom. The rumors of a reunion had grown louder with every passing hour, and Kendall knew this conversation with Kylie couldn't wait any longer. Kylie appeared moments later, her presence softer but equally commanding. Draped in a casual yet perfectly styled ensemble, she carried the air of someone who had already been watching the story unfold from behind the glowing screen of her phone. Her eyes, sharp, curious, and cautious, met Kendall with a knowing look. There was no need for small talk. Both sisters understood why they were there. This wasn't about a photo shoot, a brand deal, or a social media strategy. This was about family, about Khloé, and about the man who once captured and shattered her heart. "Kylie," Kendall began, her voice steady but edged with urgency, "we need to talk about Khloé and Lamar." The name alone felt like a spark in a room full of hidden fuel. Kylie's posture stiffened, her lips pressing together as if to hold back a flood of thoughts. For years, the Kardashian-Jenner clan had learned to live with the ghosts of Lamar Odom's past. The former NBA star, once celebrated for his talent and charm, had spiraled into addiction, betrayal, and near tragedy during his marriage to Khloé. Their love story had been both a fairy tale and a cautionary tale, broadcast to millions, yet painfully private behind closed doors. Kendall's eyes sharpened as she continued, "I've seen the way Khloé talks about him lately. There's something there, and I don't think she's telling us everything." Her words landed like stones in the stillness of the room. Kendall wasn't one to dramatize for the sake of attention. When she spoke, it was because she had been watching, listening, connecting the subtle dots others chose to ignore. Kylie exhaled, her perfectly manicured fingers tightening around her phone. "I've noticed it too," she admitted. "But what are we supposed to do? She's an adult. If Khloé wants Lamar back, we can't stop her." But Kendall wasn't ready to let the conversation rest there. This wasn't just about letting Khloé make her own choices. This was about protecting her sister from repeating a cycle of heartbreak. She leaned forward, her voice lowering to a confessional tone. "I'm scared, Kai. I'm scared she's forgetting everything that happened. The cheating, the lies, the nights we all stayed up wondering if Lamar would even survive. We can't pretend it didn't happen." The memories hung heavy between them. Lamar's overdose in a Nevada brothel, his hospital stays, the endless nights when Khloé never left his side despite the pain he had caused her. The world had watched Khloé stand by Lamar in his darkest hours, embodying a loyalty few could understand. But loyalty, Kendall feared, could also be a trap. Kylie finally set her phone down, her eyes softening with a mix of concern and resignation. "I love Lamar," she whispered, almost to herself. "He was family, and a part of me will always love the way he made Khloé smile, but love isn't enough, not after everything." The conversation deepened, their voices weaving through the labyrinth of past memories and present fears. Kendall spoke of Khloé's subtle changes, the way her eyes lit up when Lamar's name surfaced, the way she deflected questions about her love life with a familiar, wistful smile. Kylie admitted she had seen it too, though she had been too afraid to say it aloud. Together, they pieced together a puzzle that neither wanted to complete. Outside, the California night stretched endlessly, the moon casting a soft glow across the hills. Inside, the sisters sat in a private world of their own, their words carrying the weight of history and the unspoken responsibility of family. Kendall's brutal honesty wasn't meant to wound, it was meant to protect. She spoke of Khloé's strength, her resilience, and the danger of mistaking forgiveness for forgetting. "I just don't want her to think that love means going back to what broke her," Kendall said, her voice cracking for the first time. "She deserves a love that doesn't hurt, a love that doesn't come with conditions." Kylie reached across the table, placing her hand over Kendall in a rare moment of unguarded sisterly tenderness. "You're right," she said softly, "but we can't control Khloé. All we can do is remind her of the truth, remind her of what she survived." The night stretched on, each sister sharing fragments of memories, moments of laughter, moments of fear, moments when Lamar felt like the perfect addition to their family. They spoke of Khloé's endless capacity to forgive, her deep need to nurture, and the dangerous magnetism of a love that had once felt destined. For every reason to stay away, there was a memory pulling her back. As the clock crept past midnight, the conversation turned to action. Kendall suggested reaching out to Khloé, not to lecture her, but to gently remind her of the past. Kylie agreed, her mind already racing with ways to support their sister without pushing her away. They knew Khloé's heart was her own to guard, but they also knew the power of sisterhood, the quiet strength that comes from standing together in the face of old wounds. Before leaving, Kendall paused by the door, her eyes meeting Kylie's with a look that carried both relief and lingering worry. "We can't lose her to this again," she said quietly. "Not after everything." The house fell silent again as the sisters parted, but the echoes of their conversation lingered like an unresolved chord. Outside, the world continued to speculate, to gossip, to build headlines about Khloé Kardashian and Lamar Odom. But inside that house, two sisters had made a silent vow to protect Khloé from the shadows of a love that refused to fade. The story of Khloé and Lamar is far from over. It is a tale of love and loss, forgiveness and danger, a reminder that the heart rarely obeys reason. But on that quiet night in Hidden Hills, Kendall Jenner's brutal honesty cut through the noise. She said what needed to be said, not for the cameras or the fans, but for the sister she loves more than fame, more than family legacy, more than the headlines that will inevitably follow. And sometimes, in a family as powerful and public as the Kardashians, that kind of honesty is the most dramatic act of all.